Dear Wild Hunters friends, welcome to my new field video test concerning one of the most performing slug cartridge on the market today. I'm talking about the Baschieri&Pellagri Thrill Shock slug. This is not a new cartridge. This has been developed by the Italian manufacturer 5 years ago. I had the opportunity to test it on the field, and previous results on the field were spectacular. But obviously this cartridge needed and needs more tests on the field, and that's why after 5 years I decided to come back to this cartridge. And the reason why is that in these 5 years this cartridge is actually the best-selling cartridge in Italy and in Turkey. And this is something very strange, because there are a lot of slug cartridge on the market, and in just 5 years this cartridge has come to the top. The reason why is because this cartridge was developed by Marco Manfredi with one target on his mind. He wanted to make a slug that was very accurate, that was very performing on the wild boar in terms of penetration and in terms of controlled expansion. As a matter of fact, at that time Baschieri&Pellagri was reloading Foster type slugs and the Gualandi slug on their commercial cartridges. But they wanted, Marco Manfredi, the owner of Baschieri&Pellagri, wanted to develop a more performing slug cartridge. So he started to work on a special shape of this cartridge. At the beginning he thought that a truncated semi-spitzer point and a very rounded superficial lateral line was the way to make. So at the beginning he knew that the secret was to find out the right wad to stabilize the slug at least 500 meters per second. And then, in order to make it the perfect slug in terms of terminal ballistic, he has to play a lot with the antimonium rate in the lead. So, after many experimentation, finally he found the perfect balance on the entire cartridge, commercial cartridge. So now the Thrill Shock slug gun is a 32 grams slug propelled at 500 meters per second. It's a 70 millimeter, so it's not a Magnum, it's just a standard 70 millimeters, just a 2¾ of inch. And then it has a special wad. Also, Marco Manfredi decided to make a second version, which is called the black coated slug. It's the same slug, but propelled at an inferior and a slower speed. That is 450 meters per second. And it has a special black finish on the surface on the surface of the just to reduce the fouling on the barrel. And its performance is a little bit different on the animal than the thrill shock. But on the market, the thrill shock had the edge. Let me explain you now with some photographs the shape, how the slug, how the thrill shock shape is made, how is made his watt, and also compare with the black coated slug version. And also I will show you some expanded slugs that I found in the gelatin. Okay, let's go and see these photographs. So is a very interesting commercial cartridge that in Italy in just 5 years ranked to the top of the best-selling commercial slug for wild boar hunting. And the reason why is that this cartridge can be shot in slug guns and in smoothbore guns, and the performance in terms of accuracy is practically the same. And this is very strange, because as you know, it seems to be that every bore has its own cartridge, and it works with 1 or 2 or 3 cartridges and work very badly with others. And this is a cartridge that you can put in every smoothbore or slug gun, and you will have a great performance in terms of accuracy. This is the main reason. And another reason I wanted to verify on the field was that it is well sold. This cartridge sells a lot in all Italy, so not just in the center, so in Tuscany, in the Lazio, in Umbria, but in the south and in the north. And this is very strange, because the fields are completely different. The shooting range, the shooting distance are completely different. In the south Italy, the shots, the average shot is 10, 15, 20 meters. And here in Tuscany, in the center of Italy, the average shooting for wild boar on drive is between 20 and 50 meters. And in the north of Italy, you begin to shoot at 50, 60, 70, 80 meters. So the reason why they is selling all around Italy is because its performance in terms of ballistics, accuracy and terminal ballistics is exceptional, is really fantastic at any given distance. So I decided to test again the thrill shock, and I decided to go first on the shooting range with 2 different shotguns. These are 2 slug guns, the Benelli M1 slug and the Hudson Extreme Escort Magnum slug gun. I will shoot 2 different groups for each of the gun, one at standing on a rest and one off hands. okay, simulating a true shooting situation on the hunting field for driving for wild boar. And I will shoot all my groups at the 50 meters of distance. So you will have the opportunity to find out which are the real performance. Obviously, I will shoot with the sights, not with red dots or scopes, just with the stock sights. And more, I will try to find some places for hunting in which the posts are at the short distance, at medium distance, and long distance shooting. So I will try to, I know that it will take a lot of time to do this test, but I want to do a great job for you, because this cartridge deserves a great field test. Okay, now let's go to the shooting range, and then sure after on the hunting field. Dear True Hunters friends, welcome back. I am in the gun shop, ready for the test of the Thrill Shock Slug cartridge. As I did with the other cartridge by Baschieri&Pellagri, the white blackout high velocity, I will do my zeroing and my group test at 50 yards distance, and I will do it with two different shotguns, two different slug shotguns, the Benelli M1 and the Hudson Escort Extreme Slug. I will do the same thing I have done before. I mean, I will shoot two different groups per each shotgun, one at the stand, so with the rest position, and the other one I will do it hand-free. So you will have all the requirements data to use by yourself about the performance of this slug. And then after that we will go hunting for wild boars on drive hunting. This is a test of recoil test level. I have put 3 cartridges of the Thrill Shock. Okay, this is a 32 grams that has 500 meter per second speed, and comparing with the white blackout high velocity, which has 575 meter per second at the muzzle, and it's 28 grams. Okay, let's go and see. The recoil level is obviously a little bit less of the Thrill Shock comparing with the one with the white blackout high velocity. 75 meters per second are not all that much, but it kicks a little bit more, the white blackout. But we are talking about two very fast cartridges. So I am shooting in this configuration, so I'm not heavy dressed like it's normal when you are going for wild boar hunting on the field. Okay, now let's go and see the performance of these Thrill Shock cartridges. am at the targets, let me explain you the performance of this Thrill Shock Slug by Baschieri&Pellagri. Okay, these are the two groups at the 50 yards with the Benelli M1 Slug, and these ones are the two groups made with the Hudson Escort Extreme Slug. As you can see, I will choose this shotgun to go hunting with, and the right groups have been made standing on the rest, and the left groups are made simply hand shooting, so without any rest. Obviously, I will go with this shotgun in the field for wild boar drive hunting, and I'm really satisfied because these groups at 50 meters, not yards, which is almost the same but not exactly the same, but at 50 meters these are great groups, especially this one. I will exclude this one because I pulled the trigger very badly, but I was able to put two shots almost in the same hole. But anyway, these are this is a very nice performance for a slug cartridge at 50 meters. So now let's go hunting.
I'm very lucky today because I have a great post. The shooting distance is between 10 and 80 meters, and the wild boars will come from three directions. One just in front of me there, and then other two from behind over there. I need to stay very alert because there are lots of wild boar here, so need to stay really alert. Here it is, my medium-sized wild boar that I have shot at almost 40 meters, which I consider a medium shooting. I have taken it with two shots. The first one was not inside the animal, just the second and the third. I gave him a third shot on the head because it was moving, and I supposed that he was going away, and then the dogs were coming, so it was safer for me to give a third shot just to avoid any problem. Today I have a very short post. The shooting range average here will be from 5 to almost 45 meters, no more, and it will be very difficult to shoot here because you never know from where the animals are coming.
È fermo, è fermo. Bravi, bravi. Andiamo, andiamo. Andiamo. Via, via. Mi rimanda indietro, Andiamo, andiamo. Via, via. Via, via.
an 80-pound wild boar taken with just one shot at the head. I was feeling something over there, but I didn't realize that it was coming from my left side, but I took it and it was a very nice action. The dogs are still barking. Here it is, my average size wild boar, dropped on its track. I took it on the head and the slug came out from the neck. It was a quite easy shot, but very hard to see the animal in this bush. Today I will be able to take this cartridge to the very limit. As a matter of fact, I am on a treetop stand, and the shooting range here is between 20 and 150 meters. So I will take this thrill shock slug cartridge really to the limit, and I will have to take my aim and try to exactly calculate the lead to give to my shot. I will have to carefully aim.
Vediamo un po' se sarò in grado di combinarvela anche stavolta.
This is my 120-pound wild boar that I have taken with the third shot. It was really a surprise because I suspect to have caught a couple of them with the first two shots, but when I have seen the video I shot, I suddenly realized that the first two shots were on the land. I make them very low shots, and the third shot was the good one, but I didn't realize it immediately. So when I checked on the small canyon under the field, I have found some blood, and then after only 15 meters, I have found this very nice wild boar. I was very surprised, and I'm very astonished about the performance of this thrill shock Baschieri&Pellagri.
Dear Wild Hunters friends, welcome back to my field studio to make some decent, important comments on this field test. It was my first goal to test this thrill shock cartridge at three different distance shooting range. It was not really an easy task for me because it took a lot of time in order to find some place where the shots are very close and some places where the shots are very long. But after 1 year I did it, and I did it well. One of the most impressive features of this cartridge is that at any distance you shoot, at any size of wild boar, you have the same performance on the animal. Pass through, one hole on the entrance, one hole at the exit, all the energy inside the animal, and the wild boars were stopped on their tracks. And this is unbelievable for a 12 gauge slug, because I think that Baschieri&Pellagri has done a perfect job. This is the perfect cartridge because it's very accurate. The accuracy, the level of accuracy of this cartridge is unbelievable. And not only on slug guns, but also with the smooth bore guns. So it is very precise, accurate, and constant in the performance. Then it has a lot of penetration, because it's very difficult to find the slug inside the bore. I have never had this experience. And then it performs very well, but because it has a controlled expansion inside the body of the enemy. And this is unbelievable, because as you know, slug normally are on the exact opposite sides of the performance. You can find very tough slugs that pass through but do not transfer so much energy. And then on the opposite side you have slugs that deflagrate, and they do not penetrate enough to reach the vitals. So this is the proof of a great job by Marco Manfredi of Baschieri&Pellagri. I hope that you have enjoyed my test, because it was a very tough test. And I repeat, my first target was to take some boar at short distance and medium distance and the long distance, just to prove that this is the perfect slug cartridge for you. I hope that you enjoyed the test, and see you soon for another spectacular test on Wild Hunters.